Coach Sandra says that we never see stuff in my house or training, or we never see dogs, so it must have been in a kennel. What she fails to realize is I don't show things like my husband's dog because that's my husband's dog. It's not my dog. Just like I really don't show a lot of my husband's cat and my son's cat because it's their animals, not my animals. And just my house alone is like 5 or 6 times the size of her apartment. She wants to judge that I have this many animals, but they're not all my animals. And I don't rent. And I don't choose to buy dolls and toys instead of buying better quality care for my animals and deciding not to buy painkillers for my animal that's injured. You can't compare the two. It's impossible to compare the two. She says I don't show things that happen. Well, none of my dogs have needed vet care except for putting down my dog, which I came online and said that I put down my husband's dog. She said that I hid the fact that my Bouvier went back to the breeder and why, but no, I came online and said why, or nobody would have been knowing that he was gone. She said that she only saw the shepherds. Well, she says she doesn't watch my videos. Then how would she know I was only showing my shepherds? Everything she says is complete bullshit. She said I was so happy and there was a surprise for the drive that I was doing, going off with my husband, and that was the one trip that, I was going off and there was a surprise, and that's when the other people told her I was coming to kill her and she called the cops. There was a trip that she called the cops and told them I was coming to kill her. But that was a surprise my husband had for me. There's a video about that too, because she was online live telling people that I was coming to kill her and that I was taunting her, which was untrue. I was at Buc-ee's getting gas in my blue car, excited we were going on a trip. I had Lucas with me. My husband and I were going away together for a weekend trip, and he had a surprise for me. He had booked a nice hotel for the weekend, and he was taking me to a zoo I had not been to before, an aquarium, and I posted videos of where we went. It had nothing to do with bringing home an animal. Just how many drugs do you take, Cassandra? Just what's in that box of drugs on your bed? I mean, you never remember things, and you tell lies all the time, and you mix things up. As far as me calling her apartment people, trying to get her in trouble, and as to causing her to become homeless, that's all bullshit too. I did admit that I contacted her apartment people, but she had already received the fines. They already went after her for the damage. I only contacted them after she went online and said she is going to refuse to pay it. And that was in retaliation for her sending Adult Protective Services to my house telling them I was being neglected and abused and I was unable to care for myself. And that is the only people I have ever called on Cassandra. And she was already in trouble with them. I can give all the dates. I can give you the date of the email that I sent to her apartment manager. Because I didn't call, I wrote an email. So I have proof of when I contacted them. And I have the proof of when she was already ticketed and charged by her apartment manager. She was already in trouble. She had already contacted her attorney and already said she was not going to pay it. So I did not cause the problem with her apartment manager either. I never started any of this shit for her. I never did anything to her. Never. All I did was give her apartment manager Cassandra's channel where she was talking about the apartment manager and saying she was never going to pay it. The apartment manager saw what Cassandra was saying, called me, and Cassandra was talking about the apartment manager, and the apartment manager overheard her on my computer talking about her as we were talking. And I gave the apartment manager my channel as well. So, fuck you, Cassandra. Get your facts straight, because I have proof of absolutely everything. And you never show proof of anything. And all you do is lie.